Now to create a drumming practice schedule that works for you. As a developing drummer, it's important to practice regularly in order to build and then maintain your skills. But coming up with a drumming practice schedule can be a challenge. There are only so many hours in the day, and it can be tough to find time for drumming practice, especially when you have other commitments, which of course we all do. However, with that in mind, you should still have a clear set of drumming goals you want to achieve, as well as a good understanding of time management specific to your needs. Goals and time management aside, there are some things you can do to make it easier to create a practice schedule that works for you. In this video, we'll give you some tips on how to create a drumming practice schedule that fits your needs and helps you improve your skills through persistent, scheduled practice routines. After that, I will walk you through the use of a free tool called the Drumming Practice Plan Generator, as well as the Practice Plan Tracker. They're two easy-to-use tools that help you get focused on what you are going to do in your practice time over the next month or more. Let's get on with it. 5 steps to create a drumming practice schedule. 1. How much time do you have available? The first step is to figure out how much time you have for practice. So take a look at your current daily routine and/or schedule. Then figure out how much time you realistically have for drumming practice. If you're working or attending school full-time, you may only have a few hours each week for practice. On the other hand, if you're retired or have a more flexible schedule, you may have more time available. Ask yourself these questions. 1. How far do I want to go as a drummer? 2. How long would that really take? 3. How many hours a day would I need to practice to get there? Do you have an hour or more first thing in the morning to spend practicing rudiments? Do you have an hour or more in the evening that you can dedicate to your drum practice routine? Bear in mind your drumming environment and the quiet needs of others around you, as well as the need to practice rudiments using a practice pad. In the beginning, you should devote at least 25% of your practice time to rudiment practice. 50% is better as you develop. Once you know how much time you have, you can start planning your practice sessions. 2. Decide what goals do you want to achieve with your practice. It's important to have some goals in mind before you build a schedule and before you start practicing. That way, you can better focus your practice sessions and make sure they're helping you achieve your goals. For example, if you're preparing for an upcoming gig, your goal might be to perfect certain songs or brush up on your improvisational skills. If you're just starting out, your goal might be to learn the basics of rock drumming or jazz drumming. But you may want to improve your general coordination. Whatever your goals, you should get yourself a good notepad and write your goals down. It's always a good idea to track your progress. 3. Choose the exercises that help you achieve your goals. Once you know what goals you want to achieve, it's time to choose the appropriate exercises that will help you reach those goals. If your goal is to perfect certain songs, then you'll want to focus on practicing those songs as much as possible. If your goal is to brush up on your improvisational skills, then you'll want to choose exercises that help improve those skills, such as combination exercises. There are many different resources available online and in drumming books. A library of books can help you find exercises that are appropriate for your skill level and goals. So, it's a good idea to build a personal drumming book library over time. The Drum Coach has a selection of drumming books in the form of drum lessons. They take the beginner through the entire learning process. The first step is to create a rock drumming foundation. The next step is to build a jazz drumming foundation, followed by building coordinated independence within each of those areas. You can find links to them in the description. When you have selected the books and exercises you are going to make use of, and of course made notes and records of those exercises, you can move on to the next step. 4. Set aside time for practice every day or week. Once you've figured out how much time you have and what exercises will help you reach your goals, it's time to set aside some regular time for practice. If possible, try to set aside at least 30 minutes per day for your main practice session. and at least 15 minutes per day for rudimentary practice. If that's not possible, then try practicing for at least an hour per week. However, 10 minutes per day is better than 1 hourly session per week. It's important to be consistent with your practice sessions, so if you can only practice 3 times per week, try to practice at the same time on those days each week. This will help in getting you into a regular habit of practicing drums. Furthermore, make sure you have everything you need beforehand, such as water and towels nearby, so you won't get distracted by having to get up during your practice session. Finishing touch-ups like drum tuning and putting tape or practice pads on the drums can also help, if you need them, along with anything else that ensures your practice session goes smoothly without interruption. 5. Create a drum chart if needed. Creating a visual representation of your goals can also hype you up and keep you focused during longer practice sessions. This doesn't have to be an elaborate production. A simple representation, image or text-based, is fine. A simple reminder of where you are heading will suffice. This is how the Practice Generator tool can help you stay on track. And, if you are learning a particular song, you can also use a drumming manuscript book, notepad, journal or practice tracker to record and track your progress. Make time to study drumming theory. As well as your main practice time and an allotted percentage of time for rudiment practice, you should also make time to study basic theory and vocabulary. It will help when you are communicating with other musicians, as well as enabling you to read drum music and learn songs faster. So, let's get into the Practice Plan Generator tool and how it can help keep you motivated and on track toward your drumming goals.
Alright, so to create a practice plan, go to thedrumcoach.com and click on More, Tools, Practice Plan Generator, and here you'll have to type in the password. Once you've done that, you can access the Practice Plan Generator. Now what this is basically, let's say we're practicing, we have planned to practice rudiments for the next month. We had a start date, an end date, outlined the session, what we're going to be doing. We could set some goals. One might be able to be to reach 100 beats per minute for each rudiment or similar. Then we type in our practice duration, and then there's space for 10 exercises of 10 rudiments. But these don't have to be necessarily just rudiments. They can be combinations or pages within a book, for example. And any notes. Then we have a practice outcome, whether that's accuracy, coordination, flow, speed, independence, or another. Did we use the metronome? And then the practice frequency. And then we can generate our practice plan PDF document. But before we do that, we've got to create a practice session. So let's pretend that I've got well, actually this is kind of close to the truth, so we don't really need to pretend. But I'll make this a bit complicated, a bit more complex than what it really needs to be, just to show you how it works and everything. So we'll start on the 24th, that's tomorrow. And we'll finish on the 25th, a month from tomorrow. So this is just a 1 month practice routine. We can create multiple documents. The idea of this is it creates a PDF document of your schedule, your plan. So then then you can create another for month 2 and then another for month 3, or it may be just a 3-month plan that you're creating. Either way, let's just say for now that we're just doing a month's practice. So the practice session, Well, we're going to practice for 30 days, 1 hour a day, Monday till Friday. We'll have the weekends off. So I'll just fill that in. 30 days, 1 hour a day, Monday to Friday. So that's what we're going to be doing. Preparations, details, needs, requirements. Right. Well, I'll need the stick control book. I'll need the Jazz Bible book. I'll need electricity because I'm on an electronic kit. Obviously, I've got electricity. This is just to make use of this feature. What else will I need? Well, we can come back to that once we start deciding on our goals and the exercises we're going to be practicing. So I've got these pre-filled out. So these are going to be the goals for the month. I mean, there's quite a lot here to be covering in a month, to be honest with you. But we'll stick to it as it is. I'll just make it a bit complex so you can see what the basic idea is. So the goals for the next month are get better at finger technique. And I'm going to do 12 minutes per day. 1 minute each cycle. And a cycle is 3 with the right, 3 with the left, 3 with the right, 3 with the left. I'm going to do that for 1 minute, then move on to the next cycle, which is 6 with the right, 6 with the left, then 9 to the right, 9 to the left, and then 12 to the right and 12 to the left. All each for a minute each, so that's 4 minutes per cycle. 4 minutes in total for the cycle. I'm going to do at 3 sets at 60 beats per minute, 75 beats per minute, and 90 beats per minute. Next, I'm going to use the stick control book. I'm just going to stick with page 1, right at the beginning, the left-hand column only, which is 1 minute each. That's 12 minutes because there's 12 exercises in each column. And obviously for month 2, you can do the right column, then month 3, the next page, first column, etc. So that's 1 minute each for the left column only. Then I'm going to do the top 6 rudiments for 10 minutes, 2 minutes each. Oh no, that's so 2 minutes each, so that's 12 minutes, 12 more minutes. Then I'm going to practice the Jazz Bible combination book, the Jazz Bible book, for 10 minutes, and I'm going to stick to the first page. So I'll stick to the first page at 60 beats per minute, and I'll start at 60 beats per minute. If I finish the page within the 10 minutes allotted time, I'll move up to 70 beats per minute or 65. But I don't want to go above 90 within any of these exercises. I want to stick to the slower tempos because of the outcome. Because down here, the practice goal outcome is accuracy and precision, not speed. As opposed to speed or coordination, it's about practice. It's about precision. So next, the practice duration. 1 minute each exercise. I have to do that because we've got some exercises that are 2 minutes, but we can just be consciously aware of those, so we can put 1 minute here. And so long as we remember that these, because in the end we'll have a schedule written out, printed out, so we'll know that we've got to do 2 minutes for these rudiments. Yeah, so that's that. So the exercises themselves. I'm going to do the finger technique. I'm going to do the single stroke roll. I'm going to double stroke roll. Paradiddles, flams, drags, and the closed roll. Those are the 6 rudiments. I'm going to do the stick control book, page 1, column, left-hand column only. We're going to do the first page of the Jazz Bible and combinations, 16th notes only. So that covers the goals. All of these goals are covered by these exercises. So, any practice notes? Anything that might help us stay accountable. I'll just write some basic notes here. Right, all of these exercises are in preparation for month 4, which is to go deeper into coordinations and jazz beat studies and practices. So we're really doing 3 months practice to prepare for this more in-depth coordinations and jazz beat development for the following 3 months. After which we'll move into the new breed system 1. So it's all in preparation, because the ultimate real goal is to get to be practicing this first system, which is 6 months away based on this plan, and the second 3 month of going deeper into jazz and basic jazz coordination and the coordination exercises themselves, as in within these. So that's the plan. That's the basic plan outline. Our outcome is accuracy. We're going to be using the metronome all the time, consistently, yes. Practice frequency. We're going to practice 1 time daily, once every day for 30 days, Monday to Friday, as we said up here. 1 hour per day, Monday to Friday. And then we can create another document, another printout for Saturday and Sunday, if we want to change it up a little bit, or to go more in depth into finger technique, is what I will probably do for at least the first 3 months, because this is a slow process of building strength up. It's not going to come overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to come in layers. You know, I'll practice. I've been practicing it now for 2 months, and I'm not getting any faster at it. But the left fingers are getting more. They're building power up and strength up slowly. So it's going to be at least 6 months practice before I'm able to start speeding it up a bit. So now all we have to do is generate the PDF document. Let's just check it over. So that's our plan for the next month. Click the generate button. Save this as month 1. Replace that document. And here we have our practice plan generated. It's got a start and end date, session outline, details, the practice goals, the actual exercises, and some additional practice notes. Our outcome is accuracy, and we're going to practice 1 hour a day, once per day for 30 days. That's Monday to Friday. So So there you have it. So once we have our practice plan, we can come over to the exercise progress tracker by going to the More, Link, Tools and Exercise Progress Tracker, and you will have to type your password in again. Now, I've already marked this off. So I've got my 10 exercises down the left hand side, and for week 1 I've marked them all off as complete except for this day, which I missed. In fact, I'm going to miss that one as well. I got distracted and missed these 2 sessions for whatever reason. Then I got back in time to do the combinations, let's say. And here, let's say I started late, but I completed the rest of the practice session. And again, here I missed the end of the session, let's say. I think I need to work on my discipline. And then for the 4th week, I completed everything. So that's what I actually did out of the planned work. So basically, every week you return to this to complete this practice schedule above. Then each week or each month, give yourself a progress report of each exercise. Rate your progress for each exercise in the top 10 exercises from the above list. What that means is basically down here for exercise 1, which is finger technique, and exercise 2, which is single stroke rowel, I gave myself 3 for the finger technique and 4 for the single stroke rolls, because the finger technique is basically feeding the single stroke rolls to make them a lot better. And then the double stroke roll, I did quite well at that, so I'll give myself 6. I was quite proficient at that anyway. Notice I'm not giving myself no 8s and 9s and 10s. I need to hear some real mastery before I start marking above 7. I mean, 7 is probably played well, loose and precise, but these levels are complete mastery really. And so exercise 4, I gave myself 5. Exercise 3, exercise 5 and 6, I gave myself 3, and so on. Well, you get the picture. So you're basically marking yourself, and you have to. I say you have to. You should be very strict with yourself. Like I said, these 3 levels here. If you played it well, I mean, did you play it 7 really well, smooth, flowing? Or did you go beyond that and play it mastery? I mean, the idea really for the first, I would say, 2 years practice of these is to get all 7s, with a few 8s and 1 9 or something like that. I mean, you're talking like a 5-year schedule kind of a thing to get to level 10s with everything. So you see, I mean, I hope that builds a picture in your mind of what this is basically for, what the idea is behind this. It's basically to be strict with yourself down here, give yourself 3s, 2s, 3s, and give yourself a 1 if you think you deserve it. I mean, I probably deserve a 1 for the ones that I missed here. Stick control. Yeah, I probably give it a 2 instead of a 3. So once that's done, click the generate button, and it generates the results for you. So you've got the exercises down here, and the sessions that you completed and the ones that you didn't are left blank. I mean, you need all these to be complete, really. You know, that's the idea for a number of weeks and months. And then you've got the marks that you give yourself. I mean, you should be round about here, you know. Unless, of course, you just happen to be the next Buddy Rich, and then you can be up here, and you know what I mean. So that's the basic idea of the tracker. It's to keep you within a system of creating a plan of 10 exercises or 10 concepts, such as finger technique is more than one exercise. It's a group of exercises, and combinations, that's a group of exercises with 16th notes or triplets. And as you can see, I did quite well at those. I gave myself a 5. But like I say, 7 and above are really reserved for complete mastery. I mean, what's exercise 7? Closed rowel. So I gave myself a 7 for closed rowel, and really, I'll probably be about a 5, to be honest with you, for that. So, like I say, be strict with yourself, and the idea is to improve, of course, but that takes time. And, you know, like I said, over here, we're talking complete mastery. So, there you have it. There is the exercise practice progress plan.
Conclusion. By taking the time to plan ahead and create a drumming practice schedule that works for you, as well as tracking your progress, you can ensure that you will be able to better utilize your time and hone your skills more efficiently, so that you begin to reach your desired goals one at a time. Whether you're practicing to play perfectly in an upcoming gig, or you're practicing just for pleasure with family and friends, or your local band. Don't let making a regular practice schedule overwhelm you, because once you get into the swing of it, it will become second nature, especially if your passion for playing the drums is really strong. Whatever your situation is, make use of the practice plan generator tool to help get you on track and keep you on track toward your drumming goals. So, do you have any practice schedule tips for others? Do you have a specific routine you like for any particular reason? Let us know in the comments below. There is no need to schedule it, pun intended. Just write a quick comment below. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. In the next video, I will be writing a drum chart for the video I created a few days ago of the Phil Collins song, Something Happened on the Way to Heaven. So stick around and we will learn how to learn songs super fast. Until then, happy practice plan generating.